You're not alone in uncovering these hidden costs that come with aging. Many seniors and their families feel caught off guard by expenses that aren't often talked about. When we think about aging, the first things that come to mind usually involve healthcare bills or housing costs. But here's the good news: today we're going to explore a broader picture, one that includes those sneaky, lesser-known financial pressures that quietly add up as we grow older. Let's start by understanding that aging is much more than just visible expenses. Sure, doctor visits, medications, and housing are significant, but there are many layers beneath the surface that can impact your wallet and your peace of mind. These hidden costs can come from everyday needs, unexpected necessities, or changes in lifestyle that aren't always planned for. The reality is, they can make a big difference in your budget if you're not prepared. Take Robert, for example. He's a 72-year-old retiree who thought he had everything figured out. Like many of us, Robert carefully planned his retirement finances, expecting his main costs to be straightforward: health insurance premiums, his mortgage, and groceries. But as the months went by, he started noticing bills stacking up that didn't quite fit into his original plan. It was the small things at first: extra trips to the pharmacy for over-the-counter remedies, then the cost of modifying his home for better accessibility, and even the price of getting to his medical appointments. These expenses might seem minor when looked at individually, but together, they created a financial strain he hadn't anticipated. Robert's experience is a common part of aging, and it highlights why we need to look beyond the obvious expenses. The good news is that by understanding these hidden costs, you can be better prepared and even find ways to manage them effectively. So what kind of hidden expenses are we talking about? Let's break them down into 9 categories that many seniors and their families encounter, often without realizing it at first. First, there are healthcare-related costs that aren't covered by insurance, like supplements or specialized treatments. Then, there are home modifications to keep living spaces safe and accessible, which can be surprisingly costly. Lifestyle changes might require hiring help for household tasks or paying higher utility bills as time spent at home increases. Social and emotional support also comes with a price tag. Think transportation to social events or technology to stay connected. Finally, the big picture includes long-term care and legal planning costs that can rapidly consume savings if left unplanned. But here's the thing: you're not alone in facing these challenges. Many people walk this path, and sharing stories like Robert's helps us all learn and prepare better. It's normal to feel overwhelmed by these financial surprises as you age, but together we can support each other in navigating them. So, let's dive into these hidden expenses one by one in the coming sections, starting with the healthcare costs that often slip under the radar. Before we move on, it's helpful to pause and reflect: have you or someone you know encountered unexpected costs related to aging? What surprised you the most? Sharing your experiences or tips in the comments below can create a supportive community where we all learn from each other. Remember, aging doesn't have to mean financial stress from hidden costs. Recognizing these expenses early on is the first step toward managing them. As we follow Robert's journey, you'll see practical advice and insights that can help you or your loved ones prepare and adapt. So, while the path of aging includes some financial surprises, it also offers opportunities to plan wisely and maintain quality of life. Stick with us as we explore each hidden cost in detail, and feel free to share your thoughts and questions along the way. Let's support each other in making aging a time of comfort, dignity, and financial confidence. Now that we've introduced Robert's story and the broader picture of hidden expenses in aging, let's take a closer look at some of the healthcare-related costs that often fly under the radar. These are the bills and purchases that go beyond the regular doctor visits and insurance premiums but can quietly add up and strain a senior's budget. Robert quickly realized that his health expenses were not just about scheduled appointments or prescription medications covered by insurance. There were a variety of out-of-pocket costs that cropped up regularly. For example, over-the-counter medications and supplements became a routine part of his daily life. Many seniors take vitamins, minerals, or herbal supplements to support their health, but these are rarely covered by insurance and can be surprisingly expensive over time. Then there are specialized treatments and therapies that might not be fully covered or covered at all. Physical therapy sessions, acupuncture, or even alternative treatments can be vital for maintaining quality of life but often carry a price tag that isn't anticipated in retirement budgets. Robert found himself budgeting carefully each month to cover these costs without sacrificing other necessities. Another often overlooked expense is home medical equipment. As mobility becomes more challenging with age, aids like walkers, canes, or even more advanced devices such as motorized scooters become necessary. Robert recalls how he had to purchase a walker and later a stairlift to safely navigate his home. While insurance might cover part of these expenses, there are usually out-of-pocket costs for purchase, maintenance, and sometimes rental fees that can become substantial over time. Personal care items are also part of this category. Things like wound care supplies, incontinence products, or skin care items designed for sensitive or aging skin may not be fully covered by insurance but are essential for daily comfort and health. These small but consistent purchases can create a hidden drain on finances. Frequent doctor visits, especially specialists, often come with additional costs beyond just the consultation fee. Transportation to and from appointments can be costly if you don't drive or if your appointments are far away. Robert experienced this firsthand, finding that taxi fares, ride-shares, or even paying a family member for their time and gas added up. For seniors who live in rural areas or have mobility challenges, transportation can be a significant hidden expense. Emergency care is another area where costs can quickly escalate. Unexpected hospital stays or urgent care visits often mean sudden bills that weren't factored into the monthly budget. Robert recalls an incident where a fall led to a trip to the emergency room, and despite insurance coverage, he faced copays and charges for services that weren't fully covered. These unexpected financial hits can be stressful and difficult to manage without an emergency fund. So what can you do about these healthcare-related hidden expenses? First, it's important to track and anticipate these costs as part of your overall budgeting. Keep a detailed record of all health-related expenses, including those that seem minor, to get a clear picture of where your money is going. This awareness can help you plan better and avoid surprises. Second, take advantage of available resources. Some community programs and senior centers offer free or low-cost health screenings, supplements, or equipment loans. It's worth researching what's available locally to reduce these costs. Robert found a local nonprofit that helped him get a discount on his mobility aids, which eased the financial burden significantly. Third, talk openly with your healthcare providers about costs. Sometimes alternatives or generic versions of medications and supplements are available at lower prices. Also, ask if there are payment plans or assistance programs for therapy or equipment that can help spread out or reduce expenses. Lastly, consider setting up a dedicated health expense fund. Even small monthly contributions can build a cushion that helps you cover unexpected costs without disrupting your regular budget. Robert wishes he had started this earlier because it would have made those surprise bills less stressful. You're not alone if you find these healthcare expenses overwhelming. Many seniors face similar challenges, and it's a common part of aging. Sharing your experiences or tips in the comments below can create a supportive space where we learn from each other. As we follow Robert's journey, we'll continue to explore other hidden costs that tie into daily life and independence, but for now, keep in mind that healthcare expenses are often more complex than they seem. Being proactive and informed can make a big difference in managing this part of your financial life. So, how have you handled unexpected healthcare costs? Are there resources or strategies that have helped you or your loved ones? Share your thoughts below. Let's support each other in navigating these challenges with confidence. Next, we'll look at how home and lifestyle adjustments come into play, bringing another set of hidden expenses that seniors frequently encounter. But for now, remember that understanding and preparing for these healthcare-related costs is a crucial step toward maintaining your health and financial well-being as you age. Building on Robert's experience with healthcare expenses, let's now turn our attention to another area where hidden costs often arise: home and lifestyle adjustments. As we age, the way we live and move through our homes can change dramatically, and these shifts often come with financial surprises that many don't anticipate. For Robert, making his home safe and accessible became a priority after his mobility started to decline. Simple things like installing grab bars in the bathroom or adding ramps to entrances seemed like minor fixes at first. However, he quickly discovered that these modifications could be quite costly. Whether it's grab bars, stair lifts, ramps, or wider doorways for wheelchair access, these changes require both materials and skilled labor, which can add up faster than expected. The good news is that many of these modifications can significantly improve safety and independence, making the expense worthwhile. Still, it's important to budget for these adjustments early on. But it's not just about safety. As physical ability changes, maintaining a household can become more challenging, leading to additional expenses. Robert noticed that tasks like cleaning, yard work, and minor home repairs started to feel overwhelming. Hiring help for these chores might seem like a luxury, but for many seniors, it becomes a necessity. Whether it's a weekly cleaning service, a gardener, or a handyman to fix things around the house, these services come with ongoing costs that add to the monthly budget. Another aspect to consider is the rising cost of utilities and home maintenance. Spending more time at home naturally leads to higher heating, cooling, water, and electricity bills. Robert found that during the colder months, his energy bills increased significantly because he was home all day and needed extra heating. Simple lifestyle changes like adjusting thermostat settings, using energy-efficient appliances, or sealing drafts can help manage these bills, but they still represent a greater expense than many seniors initially expect. Managing these ongoing home-related costs requires a mix of planning and practical strategies. For example, when considering home modifications, it's a good idea to research grants or assistance programs that may be available through local government agencies or nonprofit organizations. Robert was able to find a program that helped subsidize the cost of installing safety features in his home, which eased his financial burden considerably. Hiring help for household tasks can feel like a difficult adjustment, especially if you're used to doing things yourself. However, reaching out for assistance not only improves safety but also preserves quality of life. To keep costs manageable, consider negotiating rates with service providers or sharing costs with neighbors or friends who might need similar help. Some communities also offer volunteer programs or sliding scale services designed to support seniors on fixed incomes. When it comes to utility bills, simple habits can make a big difference. Turning off lights when not in use, using energy-efficient bulbs, and unplugging devices can reduce electricity consumption. Installing programmable thermostats can optimize heating and cooling based on your schedule, saving money without compromising comfort. Robert started tracking his utility usage monthly and made small changes that lowered his bills, proving that even small efforts can add up over time. It's also worthwhile to think about downsizing or relocating to a more manageable living space if maintaining a larger home becomes too costly or difficult. Robert considered this option but wanted to stay in his longtime neighborhood, so he focused instead on adapting his existing home. Your personal choice may vary depending on your health, finances, and social connections, but it's an important factor to keep in mind as hidden costs accumulate. You're not alone if you find that these home and lifestyle adjustments come with unexpected financial challenges. It's a common part of aging and something many seniors and their families navigate together. Sharing your experiences or practical tips in the comments below can help others who are facing similar decisions. So, what strategies have you found helpful in managing home maintenance or modification costs? Have you discovered any local programs or services that support seniors in these areas? Your insights can be incredibly valuable to the community, so please share them with us. As we continue following Robert's story, we'll soon explore the social, emotional, and support expenses that often arise alongside these physical and financial changes. But for now, keep in mind that preparing for home and lifestyle adjustments is key to maintaining independence and comfort without breaking the bank. Remember, aging brings changes that may require new investments in your living environment. By planning ahead and seeking out resources, you can navigate these hidden costs with greater ease and confidence. Let's continue learning together as we uncover the next layer of expenses that seniors often encounter. Now that we've explored the hidden expenses tied to home and lifestyle adjustments, let's turn to another vital, yet often overlooked, aspect of aging: the social, emotional, and support-related costs. These are expenses that touch on the quality of life and emotional well-being, areas that many seniors and their families don't always anticipate when budgeting for retirement. Elena, a good friend of Robert's, experienced this firsthand. As her mobility declined, she found herself becoming more socially isolated. This isn't uncommon. Aging can sometimes mean a shrinking social circle or difficulty getting out and about, which can lead to feelings of loneliness and depression. But here's the good news: there are ways to stay connected, though they often come with costs. Transportation is a big part of this equation. Getting to social activities, medical appointments, or even just to visit family and friends can be challenging without reliable transportation. Elena discovered that she needed to use taxis or rideshare services more frequently when she stopped driving, and those rides added up quickly. For seniors who don't have family nearby or who live in areas with limited public transit, these costs can become a significant financial burden. Technology can also play a role in staying connected. Smartphones, tablets, and computers allow seniors to keep in touch through video calls, social media, and email. However, These devices come with initial purchase costs, monthly internet fees, and sometimes technical support expenses, which aren't always accounted for in basic budgets. Elena invested in a tablet to chat with her grandchildren, and while it brightened her days, she was surprised by the ongoing costs of internet service and occasional tech help. Beyond social connections, there's the emotional support aspect, which often involves professional caregiving or companionship services. Many seniors benefit from adult day programs, visiting nurses, or companions who provide both care and company. These services help maintain emotional well-being and reduce feelings of isolation, but usually come with fees that may not be covered by insurance. Families often step in to provide unpaid care, which is invaluable but can also carry hidden financial and emotional costs. Lost wages, travel expenses, and the personal toll of caregiving are real challenges. Robert's daughter, for example, took time off work multiple times to help with his appointments and household tasks. While the love and support are priceless, the financial impact on families is something that deserves attention and planning. Open family conversations about these realities are essential. Discussing the potential need for paid caregiving, transportation assistance, or technology investments can help everyone prepare emotionally and financially. Elena's family found that by talking openly about costs and responsibilities, they could coordinate support better and reduce stress for everyone. So what practical steps can you take when facing these social and emotional expenses? First, explore community resources. Many areas offer transportation services specifically for seniors, often at reduced rates or even free. Local senior centers also host social activities and may provide transportation, helping to keep costs manageable while fostering social connections. Second, look into technology programs designed for seniors. Some nonprofits and libraries offer free or low-cost tech classes and equipment loans, which can help reduce the initial investment and provide ongoing support. Elena benefited from a workshop at her library that taught her how to use video chat apps, making her feel more confident and connected. Third, consider professional caregiving and companionship carefully. Research different providers, ask about sliding scale fees, and see if respite care options are available to give family caregivers a break. Robert's family found that even a few hours a week of professional help made a big difference in everyone's well-being. Lastly, don't forget to acknowledge the emotional toll caregiving takes on families. Support groups, counseling, or simply sharing experiences with others facing similar challenges can be invaluable. You're not alone in this journey, and connecting with others can provide both comfort and practical advice. We'd love to hear your thoughts. How have you or your loved ones managed social and emotional expenses related to aging? Have you found transportation options, technology solutions, or caregiving support that worked well? Sharing your experiences in the comments below helps build a community where we support each other through these common challenges. As we continue to follow Robert and Elena's stories, we'll next explore the long-term planning and unexpected emergencies that often bring the biggest financial surprises. But for now, keep in mind that social and emotional support isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a crucial part of aging well, and it often requires thoughtful budgeting and planning. Remember, managing these hidden costs is not just about money, it's about preserving connections, dignity, and emotional health. By being proactive and open, you can help yourself and your loved ones navigate these challenges with greater ease and confidence. Let's keep this conversation going. Your insights and questions are important, so please share them below. Together, we can support each other in making aging a time of joy, connection, and well-being despite the financial complexities that sometimes come along. As we wrap up our exploration of hidden aging expenses, it's important to look closely at long-term planning and the unexpected emergencies that can catch seniors and their families off guard. Robert's and Elena's stories remind us that while some costs are predictable, many others arise suddenly, and the financial impact can be significant. One of the most daunting hidden expenses is long-term care. Whether it's assisted living, nursing homes, or in-home care, these services can quickly deplete savings if not planned for in advance. Robert saw this firsthand when he considered options for additional help at home. Even with insurance and Medicare, many long-term care services require substantial out-of-pocket payments. It's common for seniors to underestimate just how expensive these services can be, especially as needs increase over time. Long-term care insurance is an option, but it can be costly and sometimes difficult to obtain later in life. It's worth exploring early while premiums are lower and coverage options are more flexible. If insurance isn't an option, setting aside a dedicated fund or working with a financial planner can help prepare for these future costs. Emergencies are another area where hidden expenses can quickly overwhelm a budget. Sudden health crises, accidents, or urgent home repairs often come with immediate bills that weren't anticipated. Robert recalls the stress of an unexpected fall that led to hospital stays and rehabilitation costs not fully covered by insurance. Having an emergency fund can make all the difference in managing these surprises without derailing financial stability. Emergency funds don't have to be massive but should be accessible and reserved solely for these unexpected events. Even small, regular contributions can build a safety net over time. Families can also discuss emergency plans together, so everyone knows what to expect and how to support one another when crises arise. Another often overlooked but essential expense is legal and financial planning. Creating wills, powers of attorney, and estate plans can protect seniors' assets and ensure wishes are honored. Robert and Elena both realized the importance of having these documents in place after hearing stories of friends who faced legal battles or family conflicts due to lack of planning. Legal fees can add to aging expenses, but the cost of not having proper documents can be far greater, both financially and emotionally. Many communities offer low-cost or free legal assistance for seniors, and it's wise to seek help early to avoid complications later. So how can you prepare for these long-term and emergency expenses? Start by having honest conversations with family members and financial advisors about potential needs and resources. Planning is not just about money, it's about peace of mind and preserving quality of life. Consider creating or updating your long-term care plan, including exploring insurance options and identifying trusted care providers. Establish or build an emergency fund dedicated to unexpected health or home issues. And don't delay in addressing legal and estate planning needs with professionals who understand senior concerns. Remember, you're not alone in facing these challenges. Many seniors and families share these concerns, and together we can support each other through open dialogue and shared resources. Please share your experiences or questions in the comments below. Your insights might be just what someone else needs to hear. By anticipating these hidden costs, you can better safeguard your financial security and ensure that your later years are spent with dignity and comfort. It's never too early or too late to start planning. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the hidden expenses of aging. If you found this information helpful, please like, subscribe, and share with others who might benefit. Together, let's build a community where aging is approached with knowledge, support, and confidence. If you loved the story, like the video and subscribe.